Eventide Island has no music.
What?
Well, okay, the monster encampments do, but the island itself has no musical personality, and that's intentional. What do I mean by musical personality? Well, have you ever played a game or watched a movie and noticed that certain characters, places, events, or ideas seem to come with their own theme song? We call those Leitmotifs, and I know you love them. Take Zelda, for example. Completing a puzzle produces this sound. Zelda is typically referenced with this melody. And you know what that means. But Eventide? Weird. Why would someone choose to leave out a backing track? And how does the absence of music here add layers to this story? It mimics the challenge, and therefore the whole personality of Eventide Island. Okay, probably the most obvious reason, but it fits the character. We lose our armor, weapons, and resources as soon as we arrive, so why stop there? They might as well strip us of music as well. And the absence of everything combined sets up Eventide to feel like a survival challenge. Consider this. Your senses are heightened because sound is more selective. There's no longer any pretty music to keep us preoccupied. Now, every step, every rustle, every sound is suddenly more alerting.
What was that?
Which actually leaves more up to your imagination, because music sometimes has a habit of telling you what to feel or what to expect. The music is in the sounds of the island. Notice how the island is still relatively loud. We still hear the sounds of the island, and because it's meant to feel uninhabited, they took away anything that comes along with civilization or people, i.e., music. Because you need people for this. I mean, the challenge is called Stranded on Eventide. The lack of materials and lack of music both work to keep the island feeling very primal. It's colored with the sounds of wind, waves, and birds, rather than instruments. And it's not until we start interacting with monsters that we hear anything other than the sounds of nature. Remember this for later. Eventide is Koholint Island. Well, sort of. Eventide Island is a reference to Koholint Island in Link's Awakening. A quick recap to their similarities would be their mapping, the challenge, and nods that Eventide has, such as Tornobo Beach and Koholint Rock. That's all well and dandy, but why is this on my list? Well, if you know anything about Koholint Island, then you know it ends up being a dream of the windfish. It doesn't exist in reality. So, if Koholint Island doesn't exist but in that dream, then the island based on it, Eventide, we're still talking Eventide here, probably doesn't fully exist either. Wait, but it's right there. Uh-huh. Yes, it is.
You owe it to your people!
All right, stay with me. Remember this. Good. I'm going to say it's no accident that we hear their battle theme whenever we come into contact with them. They've built a reputation and we recognize them through this music. Just like... Got it? Good. Additionally, take Terrytown for example. One of the most unique side quests for sure. Did you notice that with every addition to the town, the music evolved? The site had next to no personality when the project was just beginning, but We see it grow with every edition, literally through the size of the town and through the variety of cultures added to it. Terrytown is a melting pot of cultures and personalities, and our monster camps are recognizable by their predictability. So, my theory is that every town, location, or camp is a reflection of the culture and civilization of those who inhabited it, or currently inhabit it. And since Eventide is uninhabited and probably doesn't exist in the same reality while the shrine is activated, it remains silent. Never discredit those little things, because it could be that that was the point all along. You've heard the saying, distance makes the heart grow fonder? Well, the musical equivalent of that would be the music is not in the notes, but in the silence between. All to say that change has more impact than you'd think. The absence of music as music in a game where the soundtrack is not only so carefully thought out, but intentionally sparse is just such a creative way to show the personality of the island. Definitely intentional. Every story begins with a blank page, and every song out of silence. So I thought it would be fitting to begin the way all great tales do. You might have noticed this channel is just beginning. Recently, I split into two, leaving my first channel as a portfolio for writing and arranging music, and this one for analyzing and appreciating it. So hello and welcome to any passing travelers. Feel free to stop and stay a while if you need a place to rest. After all, Eventide Island is a great deal away from the nearest stable. Oh heck. Oh heck.
We're dead.
Ba-ba-da-da. And now we have all the milk.